All right, so this is the beginning of my next print. And this is the first layer, the very first #1 layer. It has to go down smooth, all right? No lines, no gaps, no missing filament. As you can see, there's not only a skirt, all right, this is a skirt all the way around, and plus another line which I added to the STL file to be sure that it prints well all the way across the print, side to side, front to back, corner to corner. So this means that it's completely flat, all right? There's no highs and lows to be accounted for, to be adjusted for. That's why I don't have a probe. You don't need a probe. If you have a surface that's already flat, side to side, corner to corner, you're done. You don't need a probe to find highs and lows because there just isn't any. There will not be any because of the fact I start out with a surface that's completely flat and level, all right? So I level the bed by tramming and using the paper feeler gauge, all right? That's all I need. I just need to find the distance the nozzle is from the corner of the tape. Nothing else. And again, you can see here, it's smooth as paper, all right? All right, there's no printing lines. You don't see any ridges or anything like that. This is a very good first layer. You need to achieve that. You need to achieve the first layer just like that because it will replicate the tape, the texture of the tape. That's what you need. You need it to replicate the texture of the print surface. That's what it's going to do. Now from here on, till this print is done, I don't need to mess with it. I just let it do its job, let it go, let it print upward as it's supposed to, all right? So basically we have original springs. There's no rubber springs, no chunks of rubber or yellow springs. These are original to the printer, all right? And it needs springs for safety reasons. Look it up, see why it has springs, and you will see the purpose of the springs, okay? The extruder is still plastic. That's the original extruder that came with this printer 6.5 years ago. It's still working. It has to work, all right? If that lever ever cracks, just replace it. It's $3, all right? It takes like 5 minutes. You don't need to do any recalibration or E-step changes or anything like that at all. Just R&R, remove and replace. The filament is right here, okay? So basically the filament goes straight into the extruder, all right? No arms or levers are printed because you don't want to redirect the filament. It goes straight through the extruder, straight down the white Bowden tube. That's on purpose, all right? I do that for a reason. Into the extruder, which is basically the hot end. Right here, this is the heat sink. Right here, this is the fan, which cools the heat sink, and the nozzle, okay? And we have the heating block, which is the nozzle. So there you go. It's as simple as that. It's basic 3D printing right there, all right? So we're a non-heated bed as usual. You can see right there, that's the set point, non-heated, right? So we're going to go from there and continue on, and I'll probably show the finished print when this is done. But basically, if you get a first layer that looks like this, starts out like this, it will remain that way, all right, throughout the entire print. You don't need to babysit it, all right? So E-steps are still at factory 93. It's what it came with, setting at what it came with, because it's still the plastic extruder. It's still in use today, all right? So there you go. Nothing else to say. It's so simple. It's almost embarrassing. All right? Don't try to reinvent the printer. You don't need to reinvent the printer. This is it. This works. This has to work, you know, because it was assembled to factory specifications. All right? That's it. Don't change a thing. If you don't want to mess with it, don't change a thing. If you want to mess with it and you want to reinvent the printer, go for it. That's what it's for. All right, but like I say, I just print. I like to print. There's 4 of these. I actually have 4 of these Ender 3s assembled exactly alike because they work. All right, I guess that's it.